Hi everyone, my name is Faith. Thanks for dropping by, and what exactly are you getting yourselves into? Well, anything and everything in between. Let's talk about life, let's have some friends over, let's talk about hobbies, passions, relationships, all those really good stuff that make life so much more interesting. It's going to be different every week, so let's see what's on the plate here on Foxy Fate Presents. All right, welcome to another episode of Foxy Fate Presents, a podcast series. And tonight is another special episode because this is going to talk about one of my very favorite hobbies. And unfortunately, I haven't had time to really go dive into it for the past few months. But here's to hoping that this would light a fire with it. Get me to jump into the hobby once more. Welcome to Gunpla Origins, the podcast edition. And today I'm with my three awesome co-hosts, and I would allow them to just go and introduce themselves to you guys because this is going to be really, really fun. And I'm really very excited. I'm also very grateful to have them on board. So why don't we start with our first co-host, R13? The floor is yours.
Hi, this is R13 Gunpla. Been in this hobby for a very long time. I have no idea when I started, actually. That's it.
We'll talk about that. Maybe we can reminisce a little bit more.
Yeah.
But thank you very much, R13. There you go. And the next one is MECHARON.
Hey, how's it going? This is MECHARON. Yeah, you can call me Rod, but yeah, I've been in the hobby for ever as well. There's actually a part 2 and part 3 on my journey, but yeah, it's been a while since I've been in the hobby. Yeah.
Well, we'll be very excited to hear about the part 1 and part 2 right there. Thank you so much. Shall we call you Ron then?
Yeah, that's
all right.
fine.
Ron, thank you so much. And the next one is Mobile Suit Hanger. The Mobile Suit Hanger. Floor is yours.
Konnichiwa, minasan. Konkai wa. Just kidding.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Yeah, hey guys, my name is the Mobile Suit Hanger, and I've been in this hobby since 2017.
Mm-hmm.
I really got into the hobby in 2017, but I built my very first Gunpla. Okay, somebody wants to say hi.
Yay! We have a special guest, that little nugget. Thank you.
Right in the middle of my intro.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I've been in this hobby since 2017. So yeah, yay!
Alrighty, thank you very much, guys. So we have our three co-hosts, and this is just the first of many, I am hoping, and we hope that this is going to have us invite more people eventually. But right now, it's just the four of us, and today's topic is about Gunpla Origins, where we're going to talk about our journey as Gunpla enthusiasts and talk about where it all began, what inspired us, what got us started in this hobby to begin with. So let's go and ask the folks who have been doing this the longest. So Ron said he's been doing this since forever. And so does R13. Like, how long has forever been?
For me,
since you're a kid?
Yeah, actually, I got exposed into Gundam because of Gundam Wing back in the Philippines.
Ooh.
And after that, I was actually walking from school and I saw this small stand that was selling different knickknacks, even Gundams. So my first Gundam is actually the God Gundam. Actually, I don't even know. I think it's an actual Bandai. I'm not too sure. And yeah, that was
pretty
my
sure it's a
first hit.
non-grade.
Yeah, it was really small. It's a 1/144 scale. The limbs doesn't work at all. So yeah,
Not
that was my first
articulated at
exposure.
all.
And then when I moved to Canada, 2004, 2 years later, 2006, I watched Gundam Seed, and after that, I just got into the hobby slowly till it became full blown this last 5 years. or so, something like that.
How bad was it?
How bad?
How bad did it get? Show us.
How bad did it get?
We can see some boxes behind you, so we got actual proof, guys.
I
Oh,
actually
no.
got more underneath.
That's bad. That's bad.
I'm actually glad we're talking about Gunpla origins and how not to start the hobby, because that might be scary for someone who's gonna
Oh,
start. Like,
and you don't want me to unplug this laptop and just show you guys how messy my living room is right
oh
now.
no!
I got
Well,
built once in my closet. I'm running out of space.
we can
Oh,
take a look
no.
at that in another episode. Like how bad of a hoarder you've been since you started the hobby.
Oh my.
Yeah.
A lot of people can relate to that. Thank
I'm
you.
scared right now.
Good. How about Ron? How about you? We can see some figures, like not as like much of a giveaway as R13 has with all of his boxes, but we can still see some.
Yeah, you can still see some of
Yeah.
my backlogs.
How about you?
Yeah,
What got
but
you started?
it got actually I had the
With
same
the
story
RGs.
as actually I have the same story as R13 here. So
Just
I
went to the
got
mall and saw some
oh
stuff.
yeah. It started with Gundam Wing,
Mm.
and then yeah, and then I do believe my first kit was a G Gundam as well, but the articulating one.
Oh.
Um,
Oh, shade.
yeah, yeah. So
An
that's my
articulated
that's my first. I believe that's my first kit, and then
Hmm.
actually being a kid growing up, it's more of like my dad would buy me toys, and instead of like
Mhm.
playing with them, I'll disassemble them and then put them
Oh.
together, and then I'll break it like that, and then he started giving me Legos. That's why like um yeah, that's all the how that journey started. So he started getting me Gunplas, and then by the time that we
Mm.
moved here to Canada, yeah, I found some store close by, and yeah,
And there you go. And there
there you
are
go.
G
Yeah,
boxes
yeah.
right there.
Actually, this is the small boxes. There's boxes down here, and then
This
those are the
hobby is really
female
just
ones.
all about collecting boxes, big and small.
Yeah.
I don't even want to
Um,
get to the part of the boxes in
yeah.
this room or outside. So I feel you.
Mhm.
Hiding
And then
the
actually,
evidence.
like, yeah, and then actually, my hobby stopped for a while, especially when
Mm.
I started my wife. Yeah, my
Mm.
and then I got back during this pandemic, and yeah, I saw all of these and those boxes down there in my storage. So I picked them up, and I realized like there's not a lot of Gun Plus that I can buy, so I need to or around that time because like everything's closed. So I started doing the
Mm.
stop motion animation just to, you know,
Ooh. Oh,
just to stop or just to, you know, prevent me from buying more
that's a
Gun Plus.
smart
Buying
move.
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
Smart
But
move.
but it doesn't help. Look,
I know
it
it
Oh
doesn't
doesn't.
gonna help.
no.
It
No.
Lots
doesn't.
of help.
No matter what you do, it
Oh
won't help.
no. So before anybody starts this hobby, that's a fair warning to anyone. It's hard to stop
The
buying.
addiction.
Yeah.
The addiction is real. And I'm sure the mobile suit hanger has a thing or two to add to that as well, right?
Welcome to the dark side.
Yes. Don't fight it. Don't fight
Just
it.
embrace it.
Embrace.
Embrace.
Yes,
Just like I did.
indeed. How about you, mobile suit hanger? What can you say about that?
Yeah, okay. 3 words. It's your fault.
I'm trying to play innocent here. Okay. Why is it my fault? As if I don't know yet.
It was Fate's fault. She got
I'm
me
like
into
a proud
this.
mama. Like, I'm so proud.
So if you guys are not aware, we were former colleagues. So
Yes, I
I
did.
was Fate's former supervisor. So she directly reports to me before when I was still
Mhm.
in the Lipa, Batangas. Um, so yeah, and one day on my confirmation day as her supervisor, she gave me a gift. It's a
Yes.
it's a 144 strike freedom. The
Oh.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I was like,
Wow, strike
oh,
freedom.
yep, absolutely. I I really go way back.
Mm.
I started building Gunpla when I was in elementary. So when I was in grade six,
Mm.
same story with almost all of you guys. So I started with Gundam Wing, of course. So everyone in the
Mm.
Philippines would start with Gundam Wing. But my first Gunpla was a Gundam X
Oh.
kit. It was a no grade 144 Leopard Destroy. That was my first Gunpla. My mom bought it, and then
Mm.
I think not every month, but every 3 months she would buy me another Gunpla. So I got yeah,
Lucky.
the no grades or yeah, the 144 no grades, the one that we had before. So yeah, I also had that God Gundam, God Gundam, Spiegel, Shenlong, uh, Epion, all those classics. So yeah, and then went to high school, college, and then eventually working and stuff. And then I got back to building Gunpla in 2017, courtesy of Fate.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm so proud. I'm an enabler.
Yeah. So
Proud to be an enabler.
as for my as as for my boxes, here are my boxes.
Oh, we're showing
So
boxes now.
they're in the display cabinet because
That's pretty
because
clean.
we're still pretty much cleaning up here in the new house. But these are just the only ones I have here.
Uh, the
I,
tip
I
of the
still
iceberg.
I still don't have the stuff back at my mom's house.
Oh, yes,
Because
yes, yes.
yeah,
So
the
many.
stuff back in my mom's house are pretty much the master grades with S, and
Grades.
most of the 144s. So
Ooh,
anyway, yeah,
yes.
that's pretty much my history.
There you go. Thank you so much, the mobile suit hanger, and I'm so proud that I had a hand. I had a hand in that because I think we started pretty much at the same time. Like maybe I'm just like a few weeks shy, I mean, a few weeks ahead and starting the hobby in
Yeah,
2017. Yeah, we pretty much started our YouTube channels almost like in the same few months, I guess. So,
yeah,
yeah, so that's where it began for, I guess, both of us. But in my case, well, everybody's mentioning Gundam Wing, and I honestly haven't even seen the series yet, so I'm pretty bad. I know.
blasphemy.
Yeah, blasphemy. So don't worry, I'll get to that, guys. I saw Gundam Seed when I was younger. I can't remember it
Fair enough.
anymore, though. So that's my very first brush with the Gundam universe, Gundam Seed. And then what got me into building is, well, a few of my trainees were into it, like very much into it, and at that time I wasn't aware that they were actual founders of the Batangas Gunpla builders club, or well, community here. So I was very fortunate enough to get to know them, and in going into the hobby, it's very similar to what Ron experienced. So obviously I'm a girl, but my dad probably thought that, hey, I really want a son. So I'd be giving you gifts like a toy car, remote controlled helicopters, which I would gladly disassemble and eventually break. So just like Ron, I had that history. So I had a thing with, well, building and rebuilding stuff. So being given the opportunity to build a kit from, well, with actual instructions and not aiming to destroy it because just because I'm curious, is something that has really opened me up to a world of possibilities with the Gundam plastic models that we get into. But quite recently, well, when I started back in 2007, I would just buy anything that strikes my fancy. Like, oh, that looks nice. I'm going to buy that. Like, I like this. But my very, very first kit was the very first thing that I built. And I said that this is going to be my entry drug. So if I get to build this properly, I'd buy another one. It was a petite bear, a green petite bear. That's the first one I built. I built in like a few hours. So I said, I think I can do this. And so I graduated to Infinite Justice Gundam. That's the very, very first one.
It's a big leap.
And I think
High grade, master grade.
High grade, of course. We started with high grade. So, yeah, like I even started with the starter kit, the CNET starter kit. Like, I'm not sure you're familiar like with this set of.
That's
like
not actually a legit brand.
I know it's not a legit brand, but yeah, so it's like a starter kit, but it's available. So that's what I got. And I had no idea about what to use for filing and polishing. And I'm practically destroying the plastic with the metal files that came with the starter kit. So it's like, that's not a very good start. So nub marks are always going to be there. But yeah, so I had no idea with what grade to stick with, what series or lineups to collect. I just bought what I liked, and eventually the whole community has been very helpful in guiding me along the way. So pretty much I started collecting series based. Like, I think the most successful one I've got is Iron-Blooded Orphans. But that's just because somebody gave me a set. Just lucky when it comes to that. And yeah, so I'm still building, but I wanted to focus on waifus this year. So you got your my Sarah mobile doll. I haven't even started with those things, but yeah, I don't think this is going to stop anytime soon. I can't show you the boxes because it's outside, luckily, right? So, but we can always flex that in another episode because I think it's also going to be very helpful to explain what these grades we are talking about in terms of any new listeners or watching or listening, just to get more information about the hobby before they jump right into it, right? So we can probably talk about that as well. But yeah, so since we heard about the journey of or where we started, so where do you see yourself? It sounds like an interview question. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Where do you see this going?
In your position.
Yeah, I know. So it's like what do you call this? Job hazard. I can't shake it off.
That's my favorite.
It's like a job interview.
Yeah,
I know, it's like a job interview. But all right, so we know where we started, and I'm pretty sure nobody plans on stopping, right? Show of hands. No plans on stopping.
Nope.
Yeah. So, yep, more boxes to collect, guys.
Well,
so
it depends. Maybe hiatus, but not gonna stop, of course.
Yeah, hiatus. I certainly feel you. Like this year, the only one that I've built so far is my Zgok, and it took me 5 months. Oh my god, that's so shameful. 5 months. It's like the very first kit I started with in January, and I just finished it like 2 weeks ago. What's your latest work? I guess it's one thing that we want to also explore. What's the latest thing that you've built?
Well, because you had a lot of stuff to do at work.
Yeah.
That's why,
a lot of stuff. Yeah. Had no
Okay,
time for
Yeah,
myself.
I'm busy myself.
But that's another thing. But how about you guys? So let's start with R13. What's
Okay,
your latest project?
My latest project right now is the real grade Sazabi that I received from my
Ooh.
sponsor.
Wow.
And
I think that's a Sinanju.
Sinanju.
oh yeah, Sinanju. My bad. I forgot the call.
It's red.
They,
So
they look similar. I mean,
Yeah.
cool, man.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
so same family.
I really do enjoy building this unit, but it actually
Mhm.
have its problems.
Oh
It's
no.
this part here, the waist connector. If I do a shake test right now, it's gonna fall. It's gonna fall off.
Oh no.
Holy crap.
But yeah,
Okay.
and there's a lot of nubs as well, and certain parts just fall off. I still enjoy building
Oh.
this. So that's
I'm
my
sure
latest build.
I'm sure we'll see a full review of that in your videos. And by the way, guys, everybody in this, all my co-hosts, every one of us has a YouTube channel, and we would really appreciate your support. Maybe you could check it out because each Gundam builder has their different styles. We also explore certain different things. Like most people dive into customization, painting, and modification for some. I don't know. Do we kit bash as well? Does
Yeah.
anybody
Yeah,
explore
do.
that?
yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Good. I have not had the heart to do kit bash just yet, but who knows? We can graduate to that level someday. But yeah, so like R13 here has sponsors. Like, oh my goodness, such a big team here.
No, just a small one. He's a
Right.
he's a friend of mine from Montreal. He runs his own shop. And
Ooh.
yeah, I met him during 2017. We click right away, and he's a really great guy. I really like working with him, and so I fully promote his business online through all my social
Nice.
medias and
What's
my
the name of the
groups.
shop? You
Be
can
sure
give it a
to
shout
give
out.
that give it a shout out.
Well, okay. Permission from the boss lady here. It's actually called
Yes.
Sci-Fi
Go
Anime
for it.
Montreal. Sci-Fi Anime
Yeah, and in
Montreal.
exchange for that, we'll also get Sinanjo kits, right? Hi, sir.
Okay.
He's suddenly coughing. Like I got you into trouble there. Sorry. Oh no.
I can't
We'll do a
stop.
proper shout out later. Please give us the links. I promise I'll put it in the description, and please support their shop as well. So yeah,
Okay, I'm back.
extra points for making R13 nervous. Alrighty, thank you so much. Oh yeah, I promise we'll put that in the description, and we're very
Okay,
happy
thank
that
you.
you have your sponsors. And who knows, maybe someday we'd get our own as well. So there you go.
Definitely. It's all
Right.
about sorry, last part is it's all
Mhm.
about being able to click with the people
Mhm.
and getting to know the businesses themselves. It's like you can actually tell right away if they are like really great people. I actually met some of them, and for this guy here, his name is Lou. When I first met him, he's
Mhm.
just really great. He is happy all the time. He enjoys. He's a collector as well. It's like one of the first item I got from him is actually I purchased it online. It's like through Facebook
Mm.
Marketplace. That's how I ended up meeting the guy actually. And then when I went to Montreal, it's like yeah, there's his shop in that convention beside the GBWC, and
Ooh.
I think I purchased maybe more than 10 kits from him alone.
Oh wow,
I
that's a
had I
lot.
had I set aside budget for that purpose. I was only there for 3 days, 4 days.
10 at,
Okay.
10 at a time. No, just kidding.
Well, that's my part there.
That sounds pretty reasonable. 10 kids? Eh. Have you gotten more than that? Have you gotten more like in one purchase? My max is
Yeah,
probably 6. That's probably my maximum. Pretty modest.
yeah. My maximum purchase is through Hobby Link Japan, over
Ooh.
20 kits.
Oh my goodness. Wow. That's quite a record.
I think because if you buy in bulk from Hobby Link Japan, I think
It's
I think
cheaper.
it's gonna save.
Yeah.
It's gonna save
Mm.
you more money.
Mhm.
I don't know. I
Yes.
haven't ordered from Hobby Link Japan.
Me neither. I haven't tried it. I don't want to open that can of worms.
Let's not talk about it then.
Let's talk about that at a later time.
Later.
But yeah, thank you for sharing your latest project and your sponsor, which we will properly describe or properly mention in our description. But what about Rod? How about you? What's your latest
Uh,
project?
my current project right now is my stop motion animation
Oh, yes, yes,
on
yes.
the Infinite Justice. It's an
Oh,
HG1.
there.
Yeah.
Those
So
Man,
pink
I
legs
saw
look
I
familiar.
saw your preview. Oh my god, it's like the stop
It
motion
looks
god
great.
right there.
so
Amazing work,
yeah,
definitely.
that's what I'm building right now. But at the same time, like we were just you were just mentioning about kit bashing. So
Mm.
I have a side project here. This has been almost a year now. My
Ooh.
Zaku.
Oh,
So uh, all I'm doing is like adding just like small details because like if
Mhm.
you build this kit, it's all smooth. There's not much panel lines, so I was adding that. Let's see if I can take it out, and
Sneak peek.
then uh, I just put small details. I don't know if you can see it here. If you see the shield here, it's all
Mhm.
plain, but I just added like two
yeah.
more detail there,
Oh,
and then a little
Are
bit detail at the back. Yeah, so
that
something that
nice.
yeah I recommend for those haven't kit bash to do. It hurts at
I
first,
know.
especially if you don't know what you're doing. But
Uh-huh.
once you get the groove of it, then like it's just like, yeah, a wonderful feeling. Especially like when you start painting it, priming it, and then like like do those all jazz. But yeah,
The
um,
works.
mhm. And then yeah, pretty much those two. And then I got a few projects that I've been lining up, but right now, in terms of how my current work in progress is that
Mhm.
I'm trying to build more on like my community on Twitch.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like I've noticed like there's a lot of builders on Twitch. It's a very small
Hmm.
community that I actually have get the chance to meet people from the U.S. and even the Philippines. Like there's a lot of streamers there who builds Gunpla, but at the same time, like I'm trying to figure out how to, connect everyone. Like pretty much like everyone that watches one streamer to another, you'll see the same people. It's just like you go to someone's house, and then after you
Like,
go
hey, you
to
look
that person's house,
familiar.
you go to the other person's house. So yeah, something that I'm trying to build as well. And yeah, beyond plastic models, I'm also doing some graphic designs on like shirt
Nice.
designs, Gundam shirt designs.
You plan to sell it as like merch or sell your
I
designs, have them printed?
There's actually a few that I'm right now selling, like on Redbubble.
Nice.
So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Please drop that link in our, well, send me all those links so that we could properly mention them in the description.
oh
This
yeah,
is how we can help each other as well and really strengthen the community. I like how you mentioned that and exploring not just the YouTube community or, well, Instagram, because those are probably the most
hmm
mainstream, but Twitch. I tried to explore Twitch at one time, but I get I get technically challenged sometimes.
yeah,
Yeah, so the Tita in me is unleashed. So we'll see. But yeah, thank you for those projects that you've mentioned. I'm sure they're excited about seeing how it all goes, especially the stop motion. Was I really am in love with how those turn out because I know how much effort, how much time is invested in it. So really great job. Thank you, Ron. How about you, Mobile Suit Hanger? What are you working on?
So I just dismantled my
Oh,
my
oh.
strike dagger. I know the dagger L. Um, so working on some
Hmm.
details.
Mm.
Yeah, and I'll probably prime this tomorrow. This is gonna be another custom project. Uh, where is? Wait, let me. So I have this third-party backpack that I'm planning to
Mm.
use for the kit bash. So yeah,
Doesn't hurt as
that's
much if it's a third party.
yeah. Because well, it's an add-on, so
Mm.
I got this from Shopee. Can't mention the shop because I'm not sponsored by that
Uh-huh.
shop. So
Ooh, very strict.
sponsor me if you.
If you want to be mentioned. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, I'm working on the Dagger L, the HGCE Dagger L, because I was just binge watching Gundam Seed Destiny.
Mm.
So that's why. Okay, screw it. I'm gonna start working on the Dagger L.
Dagger
Yeah.
L, and we'll look forward to that. Do you plan to like paint it a like super different color than originally what it was
Yeah.
originally?
That's what I'm planning to do actually. Um, but actually, I'm still thinking if I would finish it first or because I'm pretty much sure you guys are aware of the death of um, Mr. Miura, the author of Berserk.
Berserk.
And
Oh.
if you guys are familiar with the manga, it's a really really nice manga, and it got me really hooked into that. It's a really great story. It's a dark story actually, but it's really emotionally stressful. And then he died without
no.
even finishing the manga. So and then someone commented if I could make a custom Gunpla as a tribute to Berserk. So
Mm.
I'm still thinking. So I have a Barbatos that I'm planning to repaint and recustomize. Recustomize? That's even a word. So
Recustomize.
that's in the pipeline probably. So,
Nice, nice. Thank you very much for sharing that. As for me, I am not sure what to build just yet because, well, now that you've mentioned that you've all had your hand in building your God Gundam kits, I have one sitting around because I've already built the Nobels, the two Nobels that like the love team. I don't know. In that universe for Gunpla.
not
So
really actually.
not really. What?
Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
not.
tell. Go for it.
Um, the protagonist Domon, his love interest is Rain, and she's the
Mhm.
pilot of the Rising Gundam, not the Nobel. Nobel is
Oh,
I forgot the pilot.
interesting.
What's her name?
Neo Sweden.
Yeah, Neo Sweden,
Yeah.
and
So
she has a Japanese schoolgirl
outfit.
Gundam. So I don't know
The
why.
Sailor Moon. Sailor
Yeah,
Moon
the Sailor
Gundam.
Moon Gundam. Since
I
I love
cannot-
Sailor Moon, man.
I cannot remember the name. Oh my gosh, I'm not. Shame on me.
Don't worry, we are
But yeah,
not
but
gonna
it's
shame you for not remembering.
but it's the God Gundam and the Rising Gundam.
Should probably build the God Gundam because it's gathering dust since I ordered it,
Which
and it would be
is
really
this
nice.
a master grade or
No, it's just a
the high grade?
HG, a high
Oh,
grade.
cool.
Yeah, so it's best to pose with my two Nobels. We shall see.
You can use the
Uh-huh.
there's some effects part or hand parts
Yeah,
from the
I
novel.
see.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
so you can use
They're
that.
included.
Mhm.
I saved
So you
those.
can recreate that scene.
Uh, we shall see, and I will need your help in posing those because you know me. I've been doing this for a few years now, but I still
Posing
haven't
is
mastered the
everything.
pose. I know. I am not an expert, and I think that's also something that we can explore here. There's so many things to explore, to talk about when it comes to the hobby, and I'm just really glad that I am with these awesome co-hosts that know so much about the community, the hobby, and everything that has to do with it. Because me, I'm just in for the fun of building. Really, it's a great way to relieve stress and meet awesome people just like you guys. Yay! So I really hope that this is something that we can continue. And I'm very grateful that we were able to start this first episode. And for everyone who is listening, again, each one of us have our YouTube channels and some other social media handles that we would really appreciate your support in. We also want to give a big shout out to the Pinoy Gunpla YouTube community, which is where we practically all
Yay!
met.
Yeah.
So, yeah, great big shout out to
PGY.
everybody. Yes, PGY. And I want to give a shout out to James Barillo, who had a message in my Instagram for Foxy Fate Presents. So great big shout out. It's not in the live stream, but definitely you'll hear it in the video that we'll be uploading to YouTube. So there it is, guys. That's a brief history of why and how we started and practically where it led us to this moment, what we are building or not building or doing as a side project, still related to Gunpla. And I guess one thing to remember is that there's going to be more boxes in our future, more paint, more stuff to create. And so before we wrap it up for this first episode of the Gun Podcasts, I'm going to call it Gun Podcast. If you have any other name to call it with, let me know.
I'm cool with that.
Gun
Gun
Podcast.
podcast. Okay.
Gunpla Pod.
Gunplacast.
Gunplacast?
Gunpla. We'll figure it out, guys. It's the first episode, so you'll find out very soon whatever is displayed in the title. But it's been great. Any few parting words before we end our session for today? Let's start with R13.
I really enjoyed this podcast. Let's keep on doing this on a weekly basis.
Yes, and we'll see other areas in your house with more boxes.
Okay, yeah,
Maybe.
sure. Maybe.
It depends on you. Once
More
it's your
boxes.
time to host, then go for it. Go all out. Thank you so much.
I already get the long cable ready.
Oh, there you go. That's in preparation. Great job. Thank you so much. Thank you. And how about Ron?
Yeah, this is actually fun. I never get the chance to really talk to on my streams. It's just me talking. Right? It's nice to talk, see actual people talking, and yeah, get into the hobby. It's fun. It's relaxing, and join the community. A lot of people are great. A lot of people are very helpful, and to improve your skills. Yeah.
That's true. Keep on building, keep on improving your skills. And the mobile suit hanger, go for it.
Yeah. There you go.
Such wise words. Such wise words.
No, yeah, just like what I always say in the description boxes whenever I share my YouTube videos. Just keep building. It's a really great hobby. It has health benefits. I read an article. It prevents Alzheimer's disease. Yes.
Oh,
So
one more reason to keep
one
building.
more reason to buy or build.
Oh
That's
no,
a good
to buy.
excuse.
It's a good excuse.
Yes, you need to tell
So,
our loved ones.
Yeah.
Print that document. Print it.
So build more. It's for your it's for your sanity for this really challenging times. And don't be afraid to try out new skills. Try to explore. Let's say if you're afraid of kit bashing, just get built kits. There are a lot of people who are selling built kits. I mean,
Yeah.
they're cheaper, and don't get hurt.
Don't cause your heartache.
Yeah, your kits. But anyway, so yeah, thank you so much for having me here. Looking forward to our next podcasts.
Yay, me too. Thank you so much, guys. And I really am very excited to start editing and start uploading our very first episode together. It is fun. I think we could go on and on talking about so many different aspects about the build, but it's great to take it one at a time and start from the beginning. And this is only the beginning, hopefully, and we have more to go. And again, I want to give a great big shout out to the communities that we are part of. Pinoy Gunpla YouTubers, in my case, Batangas Gunpla builders, the Gundamizers, right? These are the key communities that have really made a very big impact in my personal growth as uh, a Gunpla builder. And yeah, don't be afraid to explore, learn new techniques. And this is, I guess, one of the main reasons why I miss the conventions that we had, because it's like the interaction is what we miss in like learning from each other. Like, how did you do that? And just asking the person. But for now, since we have these limitations with the current state that the world is in, it's still great to have the support of the community and learn from each other. So this is not the last that you'll see us. There's definitely gonna be a next time, and we'll explore more things about the hobby, Gundam plastic models, building our community, and really getting our message out there that this hobby is good for you. So thank you very much for listening to another episode of Foxy Fate Presents. We'll see you again next time, and thank you guys. Say bye.
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 Bye, guys.
See you again.